On today's episode of the Carolina Sports Guy, we're going to dive into the first day or two of the Carolina Panthers 2021 training camp. What have we learned so far? What do we need to see? Before we get into today's video, folks, make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Hit that bell notification and be notified of future content like this on the Panthers, Carolina Hurricanes, Charlotte Hornets, major college sports in both North and South Carolina. Pound the like button. Like I said, folks, leave me some comments. All right, folks, kind of looking at the early looks at our team. Kind of wanted to say that I'm kind of happy about Sam Darnold. His accuracy seems to be there. There's some things he needs to work on. I know the second day here, he's kind of already been out, first one out for training camp. But he looks pretty good, has a live arm, looks to have a pretty good grasp on the offense. I know he's thrown a couple picks. I know the first pick I think he had the second day was a pick, but I know he had one pick that really might not have been all on him. It could have been a little bit better of a pass. But it's interesting to see. I think his accuracy looks pretty good. I'm kind of anxious to see where we go from there with him. Now, I think what I'm looking at with this team, and you correct me if I'm wrong, and I've noticed something, that our wide receivers look really, really deep. Now, DJ Moore, it's kind of loofing through a little bit. They could do a little bit better, but he's still sharp. He's such a professional. And I think he's just kind of toying with us. He's going to be fine. I know Robbie Anderson, I think he missed the first day. I'm not sure about the second. But, he is a professional. He's going to be there. I haven't heard much about David Moore, how he's been doing. But, man, Shi Smith has looked good. And it really looks like Omar Bayless is putting on a clinic. It's going to be hard to put this guy on the practice squad, guys. I think somebody might pick him. And that's why I'm saying, as good as Brandon Zylstra is, he might be the odd man out if we don't keep six receivers and not seven. But it's hard to say. And of course, the one guy we can look at definitely and say, Terrace Marshall Jr. blowing people away. He looks like a beast. Line him up in the slot, as big as he is. I really kind of caution our coaches and our team and our fans. We've got to take it easy with him. We don't need to put this guy out there and get him hurt. We don't want him to tweak an injury. But he looks like a man among boys. And he's got such a huge catch radius, and he looks so professional. Of course, knowing Joe Brady in this offense, I just think he is comfortable. He's going to fit in good. And if he can come along like he's been doing, my God, folks, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. He looks incredible. Now, it already looks like we're having problems on the offensive line. Cam Irving kind of struggled a little bit. And they're moving Moten over to left tackle. Now, that might not be permanent, but they put Trent Scott at right tackle, and I believe second day Brady Christensen plays from right tackle. I kind of like that Moten at left tackle if Christensen can play the right or Trent Scott can play the right and Moten can hold the left down. I think that'll be awesome. That'll be great if it works out. If Moten struggles any, or the other guys can seem to pick it up, we might need to move Moten back to right tackle. But, man, if we can get Christensen or Trent Scott to play really well on the right side and there's no issue, Moten's just got to kind of he doesn't have to do as great as he does on the right side, but if he can do as good or close to it on the left side, it's a win-win, folks. Now, Matt Rule's out here. If you notice the guy, he looks like he's not getting any sleep. The guy looks like a mad scientist, and I think he's just, the guy's full force, all go. He's just got this team going. And I like to see my coach like that. You don't want to see him easy. You want to see him stressed and worried. He's trying to get all the details ironed out. I love that in my head coach. I think that's going to be a good thing. Say on the defensive line, Morgan Fox has looked good. Of course, Brian Burns has, and he's toying with the offensive line. But they say Morgan Fox has been looking really good out there, and that's going to be good. And of course, Derek Brown coming in his second year, he's looking pretty strong. A lot of people are talking about the defensive backs being burnt, and I don't know if that's part of just because the wide receivers are a step ahead. We've got great receivers, or just a scheme. I'd like to see a little bit more before I make any kind of takes on that. Now, I know that Jeremy Chin looks great at safety. People worry about him going from linebacker to safety. He has looked pretty good, and keeping him at safety might be a great addition with no problem at all. And if, Chin stepped in front of a pass, a lot of people are saying that Darnold could have had a little bit better of a pass, or that DJ Moore let it slip off his fingertips. But let's give Chin a little bit of praise here. He did make the interception. And I know J.C. Horn on the second day, he got him an interception. And they say he's starting to show out. And I've noticed a couple guys looking at some film that we picked up there on the defensive backfield. They're looking pretty good early on. And that's got to make me feel pretty good. So we're looking at defensive back, the battles there, what's going on, who's going to stick and who's not. We're looking at Darnold's accuracy. This offensive line shuffling. I knew it would happen early on. Kind of makes me wonder if Cam Irvin's going to even make this team if it keeps up, maybe for depth. The linebacker pairing. I haven't really got into a lot of detail of that, how it's Perriman and Shaq Thompson, how that's going to go. And a lot of people are saying Jermaine Carter looks pretty good early on, what's going on there, and that's great. And that defensive line rotation. Like I said, I've really been impressed with what I'm hearing. The leadership from Daquan Jones and, of course, like I said, Morgan Fox. So, folks, it's an early on look. Let's pay attention to what goes on in the next few days. And by the time you see this video, it's probably going to be 4 or 5 days in camp. So as you watch it, just kind of peek through, tell me what you like, tell me what you didn't, and make sure you subscribe. Leave me some comments, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Carolina Sports Guy.